Good morning. So I know it's super early, but I have a little bit of food poisoning or something. So I thought while I'm up, I might as well make you guys a video vlog. I have been talking about you guys going out and expanding your horizons for trying to get out like your trying to like buff up your resume and make sure that it's like actually kind of competitive, and that maybe you're published, and this also goes for authors. If you've ever wanted to get anything published, it's really important to have something published already. So first thing I'm going to show you is that you already know I'm a huge thing. I just love binders. So first of all, get yourself a binder. Seriously. Important. I have a big one because I know this is going to have a lot of crap in it by the time I'm done. And by crap, I mean great pieces. Now, we'll get back to this. The first thing you need to do is go to Barnes & Noble, that or Books A Million, go to the magazines section, and get you a bunch of writers' magazines. Now, it might cost you a little bit of money, okay? You might think, I don't have the money to do that. Well, if that's the case, then just take the time, get a notebook like this, just buy a notebook, and start going through the magazines at the back where it says, it's going to say opportunities, grants, and awards, or magazines, things that will publish, short fiction, and other types of prose or poetry, stuff like that. So what you're going to want to do, what I did is I obviously bought all of the magazines, and I went through them, just 2 of them. The other ones are so that I can later read what the magazines are about, and then write pieces that are kind of similar to these magazines. Now, the first thing I did is I ripped out the pages that are opportunities, as you can see. I wrote excerpts from the Writer's Chronicle, which is the magazine that I did, 10, 7, 12, so you know what magazine this is from, so you know which ones have good recommendations and which ones don't. So all the ones that I just could not do, just time-wise, I just marked out with a red X, and any of the ones that I thought maybe I could do, I circled in blue, and then you circle the deadline date. So like this one is like November 30th. I didn't do it on there because I decided I just didn't want to do it after I'd gone through all of them. This one, however, I did want to do, and so I put a star on it, and I circled the due date down here. Sorry, ignore this finger. Down here, I circled the due date, and basically I went into my calendar. I went through all of these. There was like all of these, and these are excerpts from the Writer magazine, excerpts. It's kind of like the classifieds for writing. If you ever write short stories or anything like that, full manuscripts, this is a really great way to get published and get paid. So it's great to put on your resume, especially if you get paid. So yeah. So you take these, which I have just done, and you have a couple options. You can hole punch them and put them into your binder, which I probably should have done. Or you can fold them and place them inside of the pockets in your binder, like this. That way you see what magazine it was from and what your opportunities are. Meanwhile, you should at this time have like a small planner, something that makes you and forces you to continue your day and like organize it, make sure that you're doing things. I have like 3 weeks scheduled ahead. I have to write 1,000 words of short story every day. I have to brainstorm for an hour or write for an hour about my novel every single day. And that's just something you have to do. And if you don't do that, you're not going to work on your craft, and you're not going to be able to get anything published. Just like getting a job, you have to keep applying. And you're going to get rejection letters like you've never seen. So just be prepared for that, because today's market is really intense to get things published. So yeah, so like here's my filled in schedule. Every day I do the same things and I have basic stuff. But then on these days, you can see that I have like this one, and this one. These are all due. These are all possible like magazine publications that I need to have things in by. Also this one. So I have 4 due that week. That's the 29th of October. So I'll be pretty busy. I have to make sure that I write at least 4 pieces of solid, really good, editorially perfect short stories. So it sounds like a lot of work, but basically what I do in order to make sure that I don't like think of a great idea and then forget it is I bought this, and instead of like writing in all of the like going into the store, getting the magazines, and just writing down all of the possibilities that I thought I would be interested in, I started with the front. I said, this is my notebook, and then I said, short story idea number 1. And as it develops or changes, I go to a different part of the book and I say short story number 1 developed, and develop on what exactly is going to go into the short story. Now, it's a really good way to keep yourself organized and to know what has and has not been published, because by the time you get to the end of that section of short story 1, and you say like, you leave like an extra page afterwards, like sent out to, and then the people you've sent it out to, and whether or not it got published, because a lot of them you can't republish. You can only publish them once. Very few magazines will allow you to publish the same thing twice. So if you have work that's already been published, probably shouldn't submit it unless it says specifically that you can. Another way that I'm staying really good about my novel is basically I bought these 3 little notebooks, as my current novel has about 3 different storylines in it, and each storyline gets its own notebook in its own color: black, red, and blue. Now, that way I can just like keep these in my purse at all times along with my planner, and I can just pull it out whenever I need it. And then I can just fill in any ideas that I have. Now, I do that because I know that my novel is something that I'm constantly thinking about. Now, if I am just focusing on short stories, which I'm not right now, I probably should try a little harder, I need to like purposely take another little notebook kind of like about that size and just write down real basic short story ideas, and then from there on hopefully it develops. And then I'll put it into my bigger short story thing and develop the idea. So overall, I just want to tell you guys to get out there, expand your resume. If you can, make sure that you are going out every month, checking out the writers' magazines, seeing the ones that are biannual, seeing those that are quarterly, seeing the ones that are monthly, which are kind of rare, especially in writers' magazines. So get out there, check out the due dates, and set some goals. Get a planner, set goals. That's the most important thing, or else it's going to be really hard for you to actually accomplish anything. Step 1, get a planner. Step 2, set goals. Step 3, go out there and find some things that are going to motivate you, like the Writer's Chronicle or anything like that. Alright, that's all for today. Until next time, bye!